Yes, 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 yes. This gets me so excited. Let's start from the beginning. I will start with the topic. So when you're in your doctorate program, you have to complete a certain amount of recitals, a certain amount of classes, and you have to do orchestra and chamber music, all of that before you can even start your lecture recital. And so when you start your lecture paper, you also need a faculty member to be working with you when you're doing your lecture paper. The faculty member that was working with me on my thesis also judged one of my performances. And I wanted to do Hindemith. Like, I was very enthusiastic about doing Hindemith. I was in a phase of like Hindemith, 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 Hindemith. And so I wanted to do Hindemith. However, and I think I wanted to cross Hindemith with Bach. And this professor was there when I played Bach in one of my doctoral recitals, because in your doctoral recital, you need a panel of faculty members to judge this recital. I completed my doctorate in 2018, so I can't remember everything because, a lot has happened. We went through a pandemic since then. Anyway, so the same faculty member who judged my recital also approved to be working with me on my thesis. She really loved my Bach. She said, "You play Bach so well, you should do something in terms of Bach." And I thought to myself, like, she also is an early music specialist and she's written books on early music. So I was like, I really need to work with her doing my thesis with Bach. And when doing my thesis with Bach, when you play Bach, you want to make sure that you're doing it and capturing all his stylistic musical elements in there in order to play it and portray Bach the exact way, or what we hope is the exact way he wanted his music to be portrayed. Within Bach, there's the French and the Italian style in which movements of Bach can be played. And I was in love with the Fifth Cello Suite. So I wanted to make sure that I play the Fifth Cello Suite as close to the way it needed to be played, in hopes of what Bach imagined possible. In order to do that, I needed to do research on like what style Bach was hoping for. And so I used specific characteristics to find my point of why Bach needed to be played in this specific manner for this Fifth Cello Suite. I hope this helped, and I'll be coming back with more on how I completed my thesis and my doctorate program.